let's say I have a company. I got someone who's got 6 or 7 employees, and he aligns this is what I believe, and then this is how I make money. How would you go about encouraging that person to take it to the market? Are they going to use the social media? Are they going to use conventional advertising? Are they going to invest in their customers to make them mouthpieces? I mean, what's your favorite strategy as you go through that?
I think it's to simplify the approach, and I think there are so many channels and so many platforms, and so many opportunities. I think there's 2 things that are really important on the Say side. The first thing is, we talked about the story, the brand story. We have something called the brand narrative, and I think it's writing that. Like, you first need to, what is the story of this place, and it's basically, it answers 5 questions. So if you say, where do you work? What do people do? They're like, I work at this place and we're a total solution provider. And they just jump right to the do, right? This is the thing we do without any context whatsoever. So the narrative you should have for every business answers these 5 questions. 1, what's going on in the world? Let's start there. What's going on in the world? Secondly, what problem does that create? Thirdly, what do you fundamentally believe about that problem? 4, how do you solve that problem? And 5, why should we believe you? And so, the what's going on in the world through your lens is like, hey, there's stuff happening outside your category that might be changing consumer behavior, consumer mindset, everything else. So if you own a restaurant, you know what's going on in the world? Hey, guess what? Restaurants are being completely redefined by delivery service options. Okay, that's what's going on in the world. Okay, what problem does that create? It creates a problem because now the experience is different for people, What do you believe about that problem? You believe that Italian food, should be delivered with an amazing experience. Okay, how do you solve that problem? We invest in an Italian-specific delivery service that brings the experience of Italy to the person. Okay, great. Why should we believe you? What are you talking about? My name's Buffini. Of course you should believe me. But that quick story, and then you just will sequentially walk it through like, okay, now that we know what we're saying, where's the best place to say that, given the biggest opportunity? So if you've done some market segment analysis and you know that it's people who are people with their first child, okay, where are those people looking? Where should you say this? I don't know, maybe parenting groups on Facebook. Okay, there's one place. Where else maybe there's parenting podcast. Okay, there's another place. And so it's just kind of throwing stuff into the parking lot. Of where should you say it and when should you say it? What's a good time to say that and how should you say it? And then once you've got your parking lot full of ideas, then you just prioritize to your budget. And I know that's a very simplified approach. But I think people are jumping right to platforms. They're like, we got to be on Twitter. We got to be on Facebook.
So, here's the thing. What you just said, and that's what the big, I've sat down with the Mad Men advertising agencies who wanted to help me spend a couple of $1 million a year. And just, I'll be honest with you, I mean, it's baffle you with BS. And, what you just described, it is simplified, but it's not simple to do. And I believe what most people do is, I don't know what to do, so I'm going to outsource to this third party. And then what they're going to do is this, and this is where the modern advertising and branding has gone. Oh, look at how many impressions we got you. Look at how many eyeballs we've gotten you. And nothing is connected to someone who actually may come and do business with you. And there's so many people who are marketing directors and outsourced marketing companies that can show you these numbers that are not translated into anything. And I really think it gets down to the abdication. And I think, as an entrepreneur, there's a lot of things. I have 250 employees and I cannot be involved in everything. And I have people running departments and doing this and doing that. And there's some I'm very involved in, some I'm not at all. But when it comes to the lead generation of this organization, 26 years into this business, I'm still at the center of it.
Right.
I'm still at the center of it because that, as an entrepreneur, is what turns the dial, which makes the bell ring. If we want to improve the quality of our customers, we need to have more customers. More to choose from. If we want to improve, the expenses have gone through the roof, and we need to be able to charge more. We didn't change our prices in 9 years as a company. We need to charge more. Everything's through the roof. Okay, you got people bitching because we changed some prices. Boom. I just need more customers who will appreciate the value that's being brought. And so all of that to me comes back to the same source. And for me, the more successful we became as a company, the easier it was to pay someone. We had more money, we had more availability, and I'm like, Nope. Just because there's more money in the bank doesn't mean we get to abdicate this now.
Right.
And so I think, what's going on in the world, what problem is it, what we believe about it, how can we solve it? And then ultimately, why will they believe us, is a brilliant formula, by the way. Amazing that it came from a comedian who's now a businessman who's funny. But the truth of the matter is that is simple, and simple is hard to get to. And I also believe this. Pre-COVID and post-COVID, we're in a different business environment. And like you just talked about,